Good morning. Welcome to this practice. This morning, I'm focusing class based on some questions from yoga students who have long COVID. I also have a traumatic brain injury as a result of 2 concussions in a short span of time. And so those conditions, concussions, traumatic brain injury, long COVID, they can have some similarities in terms of brain fog or difficulty with energy, concentration, attention, focus, and so on, as well as physical and mental fatigue. So I put together the sequence for this pranayama, specifically addressing those concerns and considerations. You'll see some blowing off techniques in the practice to balance O2 and CO2. You'll also get to explore Nadi Shodhana and Bhramari breath. Overall, the practice should feel like it's balancing you, whether you have long COVID or a concussion or not. But please do let me know what questions you have about the practice. As always, leave comments or questions below the video. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button for the videos that work well for you. I look forward to hearing from you. Welcome for practice. We were just discussing some of the issues that can come when you have long COVID or brain fog, or in my case, I have a concussion. So we're going to have a practice that helps to wake up the brain through the breath. So please take a comfortable seat. You can rest your hands in your lap. You're welcome to close your eyes. And if you are someone who has struggled with brain fog, long COVID, concussions, difficulty with attention, concentration, memory, a feeling of fatigue where your thoughts or your brain don't feel like they're going to get traction. In any of those realms, you may also have experienced things like headaches, insomnia, or changes in your digestion. But we're going to address those symptoms right now through mindfulness and the breath, looking at awakening the neocortex a bit and kind of right-sizing which parts of the brain we're coming from, that is lizard brain, limbic brain, or neocortex. And then we'll see where the practice takes us from that orientation. So please lengthen the crown of your skull towards the sky. Lift your upper palate, that is the roof of your mouth. Loosen the hinge of your jaw. Let the lower jaw drop down from the upper jaw. Give a slight lift to your heart, but deeply relax your shoulders, your shoulder blades, the base of your neck, and the weight of your arms, hands, fingers, and thumbs. And then welcome your breathing to drop down lower than your heart, lower than your solar plexus, and down into the base of your abdomen. Since you are experienced students of yoga, let's come into the Ujjayi breath without explanation. If someone's watching this on YouTube and needs to understand Ujjayi breathing, you can check for the link for a practice here that introduces that. And when you come into Ujjayi, let it be silky and smooth, almost like a whisper that you can barely hear, but you are aware that it's there. You sense the breath, though it's coming in through the nose, try to sense it moving through the base of your throat. Cultivate where the inhale and the exhale are equally smooth, equal in duration. Don't force that, but cultivate towards it. And allow each of them to sort of hover in or float in the silence of the pause. That is inhale, pause, and exhale, pause. Now, as you make this effort, you are getting kind of the news of your body, the news of your mind and your breath. That is, how easeful is the breath to do? How challenging is it? But with respect, consideration, compassion for all of that, please release the breath practice and raise your hands to your heart. We'll chant Asatoma Satgamaya. Om Asatoma Satgamaya. Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya. Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya. Om Asatoma Satgamaya. Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya. Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya. Om Asatoma Satgamaya. Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya. Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Guru Pyo Namaha. Hari Om. And with your exhale, you may bow your head to your heart. Please release your hands, momentarily open your eyes. So we'll do a couple practices that help to re-regulate O2 and CO2 first. And then we're going to do some practices directed at the neocortex. And then for the whole brain and this vibration capacity we have with practices like LUM and Bhramari. In the process, don't make yourself breathless at any point. That won't be helpful. Right, so let's start with a blowing off practice where we can balance the O2-CO2 ratio in the body and the breath. That is very supportive for the brain as well. So please sit up straight and tall. We're going to begin with brisk inhale, brisk exhale about 10 times. Think of these as pretty big breath cycles. And then we're going to have the last exhale long, inhale to hold for a moment, exhale to slowly release. So let's begin. Exhale completely. Now inhale slowly, moving to inhale suspension. And release the hold and exhale very slowly, letting the breath go easefully and yet completely. During inhale suspension, you are using the bandhas, even though you're holding the in breath in. Use the low belly to snug in and up, brighten and puff up the chest, like Rajakapotasana, the puffed chest of the pigeon. Bring the chin slightly down and in. So you're going to use the bandhas during the suspension, then release those before you exhale. Let's repeat that practice. Exhale completely. Inhale slowly to suspension. Always release the suspension in your own timing and then exhale thoughtfully. Allow yourself to deeply relax. Now do a practice where we do 5 powerful exhales, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One long exhale, they're going to be out through the mouth. With the inhale, you'll likely be able to enjoy the suspension a little bit longer. For the exhale, I want to be very specific. On the exhale, I'm going to ask you to purse your lips to make the exit pathway of the breath slower and pressured, using a pressurized opportunity here. We'll do that for the first half of the exhale only, and then you're going to sigh for the rest of the exhale. When I say the first half, let's think of it as the first half of the portion of the exhale. That'll be slower, and the second half is going to be like sighing. I want you to really relax and let that go. So you're going to cultivate the ability to slow down the first part of your exhale, but not to pressure the last part of the exhale at all. Okay, so 5 strong exhales, like blowing out a candle about this far in front of you. Breathe in through both nostrils. Go up to suspension. Release the bandhas when you're ready. Purse the lips. Exhale really slowly. When you get halfway to the end of the portion of the exhale, let the second half of the exhale be like sighing. As if you were really slowly letting the air out of a balloon, and then you decided to let the balloon go, right, in a playful sense. Now we're going to repeat that. Of course, you wait until you're not sensing the echo hasn't completed yet. So when the echo completes, then repeat. Breathe in through the nose. In your own timing, exhale. Allow your body to deeply relax. We'll repeat that one more time, please. Release in your own timing. So the next practice is to direct energy and attention into the neocortex and to give a boost through the sinus cavity, to give a boost to your neurotransmitters. They give you a little lift. So this is a double sniff. Inhale, like a little sniff like that. And what you'll do is perhaps 4 or 5, for some of you 6 or 7, double sniffs to get a complete inhalation. You just hold that momentarily now, and then let yourself exhale thoughtfully. So the exhale just going to be like a regular exhale. You're not thinking yoga exhale, but those double sniffs twice, twice, twice until you have a sense of a complete inhalation. Okay, so let's try that. The hold of the inhale is a little bit brief, and then the exhale is just like sighing out through the nose. Again, there's going to be like an echo on that experience, like the train goes by, the train is gone, but there's still an echo. So we don't start the next round until the echo is quiet. So in your own timing. And again, your inhale suspension is going to be brief. The exhale is like a sigh. Last one, when you're ready. I'm going to encourage you to be resting your attention at the sixth chakra, sometimes called the third eye. Let's think of it as also the neocortex and the place from where we gain context, perspective, and integration. We're focusing our mental attention there because we're going to do Nadi Shodhana now. So that's going to be inhale left, exhale right, exhale left. So bring your hand up and bring the first two fingers into the center of the palm. Using your thumb and your ring finger, when we inhale left, I'm going to invite you to imagine nourishing the right brain. When you exhale right, imagine calming the left brain. When you inhale right, imagine vitalizing the left brain. And when you exhale left, imagine relaxing the right brain. So what you want to increase in the right brain is awe and empathy and wonder. What you want to decrease in the left brain is urgency, criticism, haste, perseveration. What you want to increase in the left brain is logic and an ability to see tasks ahead of you and to put them in order. What you want to decrease in the right brain is anxiety, fear, dread, or whatever you come up with. Okay, let's see how it goes. Gently close your right nostril. Begin with your inhale on the left side. And you'll exhale on the right side, of course, in your own timing. You'll continue with the breath. We always change the nostril after the inhalation. That might be a way to remember that for you. If you haven't yet, now it's a good time to start balancing your inhale with your exhale. You might want to recall that we lengthen the first portion of the exhale. That part is slowed down. We don't strain at the end of the exhale. You can complete with your next exhale through the left nostril and lower your right hand down. And we'll use Ujjayi breathing for the inhalation, and it'll be a smooth, simple Ujjayi. And then we're going to use Bhramari for the exhale. Just going to put my water glass back down. So for Bhramari, you're going to be closing the eyes with your middle two fingers. The pinkies and the index fingers are above and below that. Your thumbs will firmly close your ears. You'll not be able to hear me. I won't be able to hear you. And so we have this really patient Ujjayi inhalation, and then the exhale with Bhramari. The lips go between the teeth, and the vibration inside the mouth is said to open the upper palate, the back of the throat, and vibrate towards the pineal and the pituitary glands. It also increases the beneficial gases in our system. So we need nitric oxide, and we also want to have positive neurotransmitters for attention, energy, and concentration. So let's breathe in Ujjayi, and we'll do it 5 times total, but each of us at our own pace. When you have completed 5 of those, go ahead and rest your hands back in your lap. You're welcome to keep your eyes closed and your attention inward. It's possible that your resting breath will be very imperceptible right now. And I encourage you to get comfortable with that. Knowing that you have made shifts that are physiological, biochemical, maybe also mental, emotional, and spiritual. And to give deep respect for these processes in your body. And let's raise the hands to the heart to appreciate this, where we've come to in this practice. Thank you for sharing your practice. Before you go, don't forget to hit the subscribe button or the like button if the practice was helpful to you. And I do enjoy getting your comments and your questions too. Thank you so much. Namaste.